We live in a world where foolish people often succeed while intelligent ones fall behind. That truth is uncomfortable to accept, but look around carefully. You see people who cannot express ideas as clearly as you, who work less and who show less integrity, yet they are living the life you only imagine. They seem to possess something you do not. You have effort and sweat, but that alone is not the real issue. The problem is not bad luck. It is that you are breaking one of the oldest and most unforgiving laws of existence. You do not face life with authority and demand. Instead, you wait like a beggar, hoping something will be handed to you someday. You are standing in front of an endless ocean, yet all you are holding is a cracked teaspoon. Then you complain about why your container never fills up. Today, we are dismantling the mindset you were taught to accept the passive belief of bowing your head and waiting for fate to be kind. Wanting is not a weak wish. Wanting is pressing the button that activates the system. Wanting is a command that forces chaos into order. When you fail to define exactly what you want, life throws you nothing but leftovers. This video is not about positive thinking. It explains the law of definite outcomes used by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and the most formidable minds in history. The forgotten discipline of claiming what you deserve. It takes the teaspoon from your hand and replaces it with a battle axe. If you refuse to spend the rest of your life accepting the value others assign to you, then watch this until the final second, not as a lesson, but as a call to arms. Before we begin, do something simple yet powerful. To erase the passive identity waiting inside your subconscious and install an identity that takes, write this sentence in the comments with intention. No more begging, I take. In psychology, this is known as the commitment effect. The brain begins to obey commands once they are written and made tangible. Let this be the first order you give yourself. If you are ready, we begin now. There is an invisible mechanism at work. You are trapped in a dangerous illusion, believing life politely reads your thoughts and serves you what you deserve. You were taught that if you stay quiet, work hard, and avoid disturbing anyone, your reward will eventually arrive. That belief is false. Life is not a waiter. Life is a massive, cold, automated machine that responds only to precise commands. Wishing to be rich in silence is no different from staring at a broken television and hoping it turns on. Both lead nowhere. Wanting is not a passive wishing ritual. Lying in bed and fantasizing while staring at the ceiling only comforts yourself. The universe does not care. Real wanting is extending your finger and forcefully pressing the start button. This is not a request. It is a trigger. Think about it. Do you need to understand electricity, voltage, or the chemistry inside a light bulb for it to work? No. You enter the room, press the switch, and the light turns on. The mechanism does not care how. It responds only to pressure to demand. This is where most people fail, and perhaps where you are failing right now. Instead of pressing the switch, you sit in the dark, contemplating the nature of electricity. The process is invisible, but it is absolute. When you pull the trigger and declare, I want this, and I will take it, the flow of events shifts. The vast cause and effect network described by the Stoics begins to vibrate in your favor. If you do not make the first move, if you do not state your demand clearly and without a trembling voice, the system remains in standby. Epictetus repeatedly reminded his students, do not have the audacity to expect something to happen until you take action. If you want to understand why you have been losing up to now, look in the mirror. You worked hard, yes. You were exhausted, yes. But did you ever press the button? Or did you stand there praying for the machine to activate itself? That difference is as wide as the gap between winners and losers. Start the process. Pull the trigger. Because a right that is never demanded turns into an unclaimed handout, and we are not here to collect charity. Clarity is a weapon. Vagueness equals weakness. Imagine entering a war. A commander orders a soldier to fire. The soldier asks, confused, "Where, sir? At which target? Where is the enemy?" The commander shrugs and says he does not know. "Just shoot somewhere nice. Follow your instincts." It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? An army led this way would collapse. The painful truth is that every morning when you get out of bed, you manage your own life with this exact foolish strategy. You have energy, you have time, you have ammunition, but no coordinates. You fire randomly, miss every shot, and then blame bad luck instead of your aim. This is the blind spot where 90% of people lose. Trying to define goals with adjectives is the mistake. You repeat the same lines. I want to be happy. I want to be rich. I want to be peaceful. These are not goals. They are abstract wishes muttered by weak minds. The universal mechanism does not recognize your definition of happiness. It operates on concrete data, not emotions. If you only tell the system, "Give me money," life may place a forgotten 1 lira in your path and technically fulfill your request. Is it money? Yes. But is that what you meant? No. Vagueness is weakness. Power comes from unquestionable clarity, like a laser-guided missile. How does such a missile find its target? You do not say, "Go hit the bad guys." You provide latitude, longitude, and altitude. The target is defined so precisely that deviation becomes impossible. Your act of wanting must reach this level of surgical precision. Stop mumbling. Do not ask for a good life. Create a mental image so detailed that even its pixels are visible. A life by the sea, defined square meters, a specific job, waking up at a precise hour, surrounded by specific people. Its color, scent, and texture must be clear. In Stoic philosophy of the mind, there is a similar principle. An image must be visualized so vividly that it stops being fantasy and becomes something tangible. Centuries ago, Seneca delivered a blunt truth to confused minds like ours. If a man does not know which harbor he is sailing toward, no wind will ever be favorable. You complain about headwinds, storms, and waves, but the real problem is not the weather. The real problem is that your map is empty. Give the most powerful engine in the world to someone who does not know where he is going, and he will only burn fuel while moving in circles. That is why you feel tired today, not from progress, but from repetition. Throw away vague wishes. Do not say, "I want to be happy." Tell me what, where, when, and at what scale. If you do not mark your target like a laser sight, life fires back at random, and in that chaos, you are usually the one who gets hit. Be precise, be sharp. Uncertainty is the refuge of failure, and until you leave that shelter, no one will take you seriously. Scarcity mindset. I want you to mentally witness one of history's most tragically ironic scenes. Before you stretches an immense ocean, so vast that the horizon is invisible. This ocean is more than just water. It swirls with status, money, power, respect, and opportunity. Waves crash and roar, calling, "Come, take it." Yet on the shore, there you are, standing back, trying not to get wet, clutching a tiny metal teaspoon. You dip your teaspoon into the ocean. It fills. You pull it out and start crying. Why does life give me so little? Why are others' buckets full while mine is barely a drop? The answer will hurt, but it must be said. The ocean is not stingy. It has no limit. The problem is not the ocean. The problem is the tiny, pitiful measure of value you assigned yourself with that teaspoon. You never asked the universe, "How much can you give me?" Instead, you extended the spoon, saying, "I can only carry this much." And the universe responded exactly to that capacity. In psychology and spiritual teaching, this is known as a scarcity mindset. In Stoic terms, we call this the slave mentality. Many of you have been subconsciously convinced that you do not deserve great success, that wanting too much makes you greedy, or that resources are limited. You think of success as a cake, believing that taking a big slice will starve others. This is the greatest lie the poor tell themselves to console their fear. Success is not a cake. Success is fire. Your fire growing does not extinguish anyone else's flame. On the contrary, it illuminates the entire room. You think you are being modest, but in truth, you are being timid. You were raised with toxic proverbs like, "Enough is enough," numbing ambition and condemning you to visionlessness. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, considered it an insult to divine reason for someone to knowingly limit their potential. Created like an emperor, why live like a slave? The issue is that you ask for just enough, from life enough to pay debts, not to be hurt, enough to eat. When you set the bar at survival level, life will never reward you at a kingdom level. Today, go down to the shore and throw that teaspoon into the ocean's depths. Go with a bucket, a tanker, or even a massive pipeline. The ocean doesn't care. It only fills your vessel. If your container is small, it is not the ocean's fault. Ask yourself honestly, why is my expectation from life so cheap? This answer will explain why you are still crawling on the shore. The limit is not outside. The limit is the breadth of your sense of entitlement. Expand it. Do not fear, it won't overflow. Abundance paradox. I know that sneaky, sour feeling in your stomach when watching someone else succeed. When your friend gets a promotion, a rival gets wealthy, or someone buys your dream car, you smile, but your inner voice whispers, "They got theirs before me." That is the genetic code of poverty thinking. You perceive life as a battlefield with a single cake in the center and starving wolves around trying to snatch their share. Your mindset says, if they take the big slice, I'll only get crumbs. So, you wish others to fall, believing their downfall will make you rise. When someone scoops a bucket of water from the ocean, the sea level does not drop. The ocean doesn't need your petty calculations, your envy, or your fear of scarcity. It is an inexhaustible resource. While Marcus Aurelius governed the empire, he observed the sycophants and power-hungry, fearing scarcity, and noted in his journal, "Nature is never stingy. One person's share is not stolen from another. Resources are unlimited. Limits exist only in your capacity to process them." When you breathe, do you worry if someone beside you takes a deep breath? No, because you know air is abundant. So why, when it comes to money, power, or success, do you hold your breath and suffocate yourself? The problem is not the system. It is your understanding of competition. Wealth and success are not transferred from one to another. They are values created from nothing. As long as you remain in the fight to grab a piece of the cake, all you get is elbows. Leave that table, go to your own kitchen, and bake your own cake. Stop staring at others' plates. The ocean does not dry up. Someone else's full bucket does not make yours empty. Your bucket is empty because you are looking at others, not the ocean. Focus on your target. Resources are there, plentiful enough for everyone, even enough to overwhelm you. Smart, wanting. Mumbling is the language of losers. If you approach life like a shy child, mumbling words that no one can hear, all you get is nothing. Imagine going to a restaurant and telling the waiter, "Bring me food." What will they bring? Stale bread, soup you dislike, or leftovers from others? Do you have the right to complain? No. You asked for food, and the waiter brought it. Your relationship with life works the same way. I want to be rich. Which currency? How much? When? At what cost? I want a good relationship. With whom? What character? Based on which values? You fear details because giving them means taking responsibility. Vagueness is the refuge of cowards. You can always say, "I didn't mean exactly that," if results are bad. For a Stoic mind, this vagueness is unacceptable. We call this strategic definition. The Stoics called this technique fantasia, or mental visualization. But note, this is not the ghost nonsense modern self-help gurus sell you. Stoic visualization is like an engineer's blueprint. Marcus Aurelius, as emperor, never imagined victory over his enemy. He visualized, with crystal clarity, which hill the enemy would approach from, which weapons, air temperature, and the sound of hooves. This was not fantasy, it was mental simulation. You must bring your wants to this level of clarity. Don't just say, "I want a house." Say, "I want a south-facing house in this neighborhood, with a wide balcony, at this price, walls painted this color." Your goal must be so precise in your mind that you can even smell it when thinking about it. The brain and universal mechanism do not recognize vague wishes. They respond only to clear coordinates. Goals act like magnets. The strength of their pull is proportional to the clarity of their definition. A vague goal is like a rusty magnet. It attracts nothing, but a fully detailed goal, with color, size, time, and terms specified, becomes a powerful industrial magnet. You don't just go to it, it starts moving toward you. Smart wanting does not mean, "I accept whatever." Smart wanting is about sitting at the negotiation table with life and stating, "I want this, under these conditions, at this time." Stop mumbling, raise your voice. Describe your desires with the precision of an architect's blueprint. Remember, the universe loves details and obeys only those who know exactly what they want. 6. Adult disease. Watch a child in a store. When they want a toy, they have no fear that it won't come. They don't calculate budget or logistics. They don't ask, "Do I deserve this?" They simply point and say, "I want this." They are as sure the toy will arrive as the sun will rise. In their mind, the toy is already theirs. All that remains is the physical delivery. Now look at yourself, the developed adult. The moment you want something, a virus activates in your brain called "what if." I want it, but what if it fails? What if the market is bad? What if I'm rejected? What if it's not ready? This is your tragedy. Your intelligence is poisoning you. Years of experience, the betrayals you've endured, and your so-called realistic perspective are actually shackles around your feet. You set a goal, then immediately write a 10-point disaster scenario explaining why you can't achieve it. You are like a general laying stones on your own path and bombing your own bridges. In Stoic philosophy, this is called endorsing false judgment. You give approval to failure before events even occur. Doubt is the cancer of desire. You then harass that intention daily with your doubts. Then you ask why it hasn't grown. It hasn't because you didn't leave it alone. You didn't trust. You must execute this over-analysis habit, the adult disease, immediately. Children succeed because they have no B plans. For them, there is only plan A, the result. You, on the other hand, are so timid that before even starting, you make escape plans. What if it fails? While your mind is focused on retreat, how can it focus on winning? Epictetus's warning hits modern humans like a sledgehammer. If you board a ship, you must trust the captain. You cannot cry, "What if we sink?" while holding the wheel. Either get on or trust. You have boarded the ship called life. You've set your course. Now, your task is not to panic on deck, but to lean back, knowing the rudder is secure. Do not hide doubt under the guise of reason. Don't say, "I'm cautious." You are not cautious. You are faithless. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your process. Expecting the universe to take you seriously while doubting your own goal is foolish. Silence that inner what-if adult in the dark room of your mind and swallow the key. Simply demand and let the rest flow. Faith does not seek evidence. Faith itself is proof. 7. Childlike faith, adult plan. Do you know the world's most dangerous person? Not someone holding a weapon, but someone capable of simultaneously holding two completely opposite powers in their mind without conflict. Most of you are like one-winged birds, either the dull, risk-calculating, logic-only machines, or the dreamers sending messages to the universe without taking a single step. Both are doomed to fail. Or you might be a sluggish dreamer who sends messages to the universe but never takes a single step from bed. Both paths lead to failure. To reach the Stoic pinnacle known as living like art, you must merge two contrasting characters within you, a calm general and a determined child. The heart of the formula lies in this paradox. During the day, act like a commander directing the Roman legions. Draw your strategies, calculate logistics, foresee obstacles, and execute with cold logic. No room for emotion exists in that moment. Only duty, discipline, and sweat. Carve it into reality as if everything depends solely on your effort. But when night falls, or when you press the final request button, remove that uniform and become the child who knows, with absolute certainty, that a gift awaits under the pillow in the morning. Why? Because strategy shows the path, and faith fuels the journey. Most people do it backwards. When planning, you act like a child saying, "It'll work out somehow," relaxing. But when it comes to believing in the outcome, you act like an adult, thinking, "It's logically impossible." Reverse this perversity. Marcus Aurelius swung his sword as an adult on the battlefield. Yet, in his journal, he trusted the universe to deliver the correct outcome with childlike surrender. This trust did not make him lazy, it made him invincible. Plan like a general. Say, "I will do this, that, and the other." And believe like a child that what you want will inevitably be yours. The moment you capture this seemingly contradictory, slightly crazy but brilliantly crafted balance, life stops resisting you. Life respects an adult who knows what they want, but it cannot say no to a child who asks persistently. Now, combine those two parts. Be the commander, pounding the table, and the child whose eyes sparkle. I know no force capable of defeating this duality. 8. Hard work alone is not enough. The biggest, most decorated, and most dangerous lie you were told is, "Work hard and you will surely be rewarded." You were deceived. Years of school, factory corners, and grey offices installed a single toxic program in your brain. Sweat is sacred and effort is valuable, but effort alone only makes you tired. It does not make you successful. If the formula were simply work hard equals earn much, porters, construction workers, and farmers bending under the sun for 14 hours would be the richest and most powerful. Plaza CEOs, stock market kings, or emperors would still crawl. Look around you. Does the world work like that? No. The world rewards not the one who sweats most, but the one who knows best what they want. You exhaust yourself, sacrifice sleep and weekends, and then face life saying, "Look how tired I am. Give me my reward now." Life smiles ruthlessly. It is not a charity handing out medals for fatigue. No one cares how much you suffer. Everyone cares about what you put on the table and how much value you assign to it. You must change the math. Accumulating effort is a slow, linear, life-wearing process. Wanting that is demanding is the multiplier effect. You can work 100 units in a day, but if your self-value and the level of demand you place against life are low, the result may only be 10. So even if your work output is 100, you receive 10. Another person works only 10 units, but with high confidence and an "I deserve this" stance, the result multiplies to 1,000. The difference isn't in effort, it's in the multiplier. Even if someone works hard, if they undervalue themselves, the result diminishes. Conversely, someone with minimal effort but high self-worth and demand sees results multiply exponentially. This isn't about fairness, it's strategy. Seneca called those endlessly busy yet going nowhere busy idlers. Their issue isn't laziness, it's using their energy like a slave, not a master. A slave accepts what the master gives and thinks they must work harder for more. A master sets their own value. Which one are you? Stop taking pride in exhaustion. Stop saying, I work hard but it doesn't happen. Of course, you will work. Of course, you'll sweat. Stoicism isn't laziness. But unless you stamp on that sweat, saying, I want this and I'll pay the price, it just drips into the soil and dries up. You walk into life's supermarket with millions in labor and say, just give me a loaf of bread. The cashier gives bread, but no change. Because you get not what you earn, but what you demand. Stop using self-pity and fatigue as excuses. If you don't multiply your effort with high demand, wanting it will always yield near zero. Increase the multiplier. 9. 90-day challenge. Close the books. Set aside notes. Everything I've taught so far is worthless unless acted upon. Knowledge becomes power only when applied. The rest is noise. I'm not offering you a suggestion. I'm declaring war. Against whom? Against the whining, procrastinating, self-deprecating version of you you've obeyed until now. And this is where it has brought you: dissatisfaction and exhaustion. You will now play by my rules. You have 90 days. Why 90 days? Science tells us this is the minimum to root a habit and rewire neural networks. Years of, I can't, they won't, poison cannot be flushed by a single daily burst of willpower. You need a strict diet. For the next 3 months, follow these rules. This is your conscious wanting diet. Rule 1. Complaint fast. Every word out of your mouth is a command. Saying, I have no money, I'm unlucky, or life is too hard, triggers the universe to give you more challenges. Forbidden. For 90 days, no matter how bad things get, you will not utter a word of lack. Instead of complaining, you will demand. Say, I am building wealth, not I have no money. Rule 2. Morning negotiation. Every morning, sit at the life negotiation table. No phone, no social media watching others' lives. Your first task of the day is to tell life what you want, aloud or in writing, like a commander assigning missions to soldiers. Today I want X, Y, and Z, and I will take them, not bring me peace. Rule 3. Mental guard. For these 90 days, any doubt trying to sneak into your mind must be stopped at the door like the viruses in Section 6. When "Can I do this?" arises, don't reason. Reject it sharply. It is not your thought. Deny it. This won't be easy. The first week, your mind will scream. Old habits, comfort zones will beg you. Ignore them. They'll say, let's play the victim again. It feels safer. Ignore the noise. If you want the power to transform the rest of your life, you must pay the 90-day price. What do you have to lose? Your old life? You're already dissatisfied with it. This isn't a trial run. This is a challenge. Are you in or out? If your answer is yes, start now, not tomorrow morning. The moment this video ends, the process starts. Throw away that tiny teaspoon. The battle has begun. 10. Handling no. The sound of doors slamming in your face, rejections, or calls that never come, these hurt, right? Your pride is broken, and you want to cling to your old, weak self, the victim role. The universe doesn't love me. I'm unlucky. See? Again, it didn't work. Stop that nonsense. That's whining like a child. An adult, especially with a Stoic mind, interprets rejection differently. You think that wanting something intensely will roll out a red carpet. No. The universe has a quality control system. When you request a major goal, as explained in Section 5, it does not immediately deliver the reward. First, it tests whether you can carry it. The obstacles, delays, and those giant no responses are the universe asking one question: do you truly want it, or is it just a whim? If you give up at the first challenge, the system decides you didn't really want it. It considers you merely a tourist and closes the file. But when that door slams in your face, even if your nose bleeds, get up and punch it harder. That's when the system recognizes you as serious and starts unlocking the locks. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself of this principle while fighting barbarians or dealing with plagues in the palace. What blocks action becomes part of the action. What obstructs the path becomes the path itself. A no is not a wall, it's a step you must climb. Imagine lifting weights. The iron resists, pushing you down. You don't say, "This iron hates me." You know it grows your muscles. Life's resistance is exactly that. It trains you for the great life you want. Pouring boiling water into a thin glass cracks it. If life grants your request before you're ready, the power destroys you. These delays, the "it's not happening" feeling, actually toughen your resolve. Next time life says no, don't see it as rejection. See it as a test of will. Look at the system and smile. I know you're testing me, but I won't give up. I am tougher than you. Most people turn back when only one door remains. That last door is usually the hardest, rustiest, scariest. Quitting until that point is the biggest insult to all the effort and yourself. Rejoice at resistance. It means you're on the right path. No one guards an empty box for nothing. If there are guards and obstacles at the door, it means treasure lies within. Pass the guard, break the door. Never accept the answer, no. 11. Obligation psychology. There's a huge difference between wanting something and being compelled to have it. Most failures come from listing goals as, "It would be nice if." It would be nice if I were rich, if I were fit, if I received respect. These phrases are wishes, and they evaporate at the first obstacle. Real power is born when desire reaches the level of necessity. Do you want to breathe? No, you must breathe. If someone holds your head underwater, you don't think, "Hopefully I get air." You struggle, you kick. If necessary, you'll break through obstacles and surface. At that moment, there's no backup plan. You can't entertain the thought, "If I can't breathe, I'll do something else." Unless you approach your major goal as fully committed, like the diver looking up for air, you will never achieve it. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man of his time. He could sleep, enjoy himself, or delegate responsibilities any moment. Yet every morning, rising from his warm bed, he shouted to his inner self, "I am going to my duty as a human being." Was I created to curl up under the blanket or to fulfill my nature? Motivation did not wake him. It was the sense of obligation. He didn't treat ruling his empire as a hobby, but as an unavoidable fate, a necessity. You must turn your goals from optional to compulsory. The brain is curious. If you tell it, "It would be nice to do this," it may slack off. But if you tell it, "I must do this," it activates fully. Otherwise, you risk failure or death. If you give that command, the lazy brain instantly becomes the smartest problem-solving machine. History's greatest inventions, strategies, and fortunes emerged from people who had no other choice. The backup plan is the killer of the main plan. If you always have an escape route, you'll never fight at full power. Burn the bridges. Destroy the bridges behind you. Put yourself in a position where moving forward is the only option. People often ask me how I stay disciplined. The answer is simple. I left myself no other choice. Look at your goal today and decide, is it a hobby or a necessity for your identity, existence, and survival? If it's optional, give up now. Someone else will take your goal if you don't claim it. Stop saying, "I want," say, "I must," and unleash the terrifying power of obligation. A person is at their bravest and most dangerous when completely desperate. 12. Oath of secrecy. Up to this point, we've set the mechanism, locked the goal, and strengthened your will. But one fatal mistake remains. failing to keep your mouth shut before starting. When you lock onto a major goal, tremendous energy builds within, like pressure in a steam boiler. This pressure is the fuel that drives you to your goal. Yet, what do? You tell friends, family, even strangers online, "I'll get rich, start this business, build that body." The moment you talk, you release that pressure through the vent. Psychologists call this social reality. When you share your goal and receive praise, your brain releases dopamine as if you've already achieved it. You feel satisfied, relaxed, and your action energy dies. Talking is the greatest enemy of doing. If you share your goals with average people, you don't get support, only fear and sabotage. Your big desire threatens their failure, so they tell you, "You can't, it's risky, forget it." You waste energy convincing them instead of executing your goal. Stoic philosopher Epictetus warned his students harshly, "Sheep don't show the shepherd how much they eat. They digest internally and produce wool and milk externally. Don't explain theories to me. Show me the results of your actions." From now on, make a confidentiality pact with yourself. We call this a shadow operation. The bigger your goal, the deeper your silence must be. Dive like a submarine. No one should know what you're doing, planning, reading, or working on at night. People will only notice when you deliver results. Let them think you've vanished. Let them assume you gave up. Their ignorance about you becomes your greatest shield. Don't leak your energy. Hold the pressure inside. Let it disturb you. Let it push you. The force that propels you from bed into action comes from the pressure of the untold story inside you. Let only your results reveal your secret. Success thrives on noise, but the process of creation demands absolute silence. Close your mouth and start building. The game is over. The cards are revealed. You began this video as the victim at the ocean's edge, holding a broken teaspoon, crying silently, wondering why the ocean gives so little. Now, after about 45 minutes, that person is gone. Now you know the mechanism. The secret isn't luck, it isn't prayer. The secret is daring, clarity, and paying the price. You now hold the most powerful weapon, knowledge. The excuses are gone. You can no longer claim ignorance. Remember, once you see the truth, you can no longer pretend to be blind. From now on, failure won't be due to ignorance. It will only be chosen cowardice. This is a heavy burden. Failing to act on your potential becomes the greatest crime against yourself. There's no innocent child left to fool in the mirror. There is potential you must account for. The moment you leave this video, you will feel the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. The first path is to close this video and return to your dull life. Tomorrow morning, you chase blurred goals and comfort yourself. This is my fate, but I warn you. After this video, that old life will feel like a suit 2 sizes too small, constricting you. Once your mind has expanded, it will never shrink back. The dissatisfaction will consume you. This transformation will be painful. People around you, still satisfied with their teaspoons, will be unsettled when they see the bucket in your hands. They will try to drag you down, to revert you to your old compliant, quiet, harmless self. Smile at them. Eagles don't care what sparrows think. Don't fear being alone. The majority is always wrong, and the herd always heads for the cliff. The summit is lonely, but the view is worth it. If everyone likes you, you are doing something wrong. Being a master comes at the cost of being misunderstood. The second path. Rise from the table like a master. Shoulders back, gaze clear. Throw the damn teaspoon. The scarcity mindset, the victim role, the "can I do it?" cowardice into the ocean of your mind and grab the massive bucket you deserve. Life shows no mercy to cowards. Life respects only those who know what they want and dare to take it. Stoicism is not sitting in a corner waiting for death. Stoicism is holding your fortress inside while storms rage outside and ruling from it. The legacy of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus is not words, it is character. Wear that character. Stop betraying yourself. Stop wasting your potential. Stop fearing to ask. The ocean is there. Water is endless. The bucket is in your hands. Go and take it. Do it now. Not tomorrow. Not Monday. Remember Seneca's harsh warning. Dying without ever having lived is a tragedy. Don't fall into the folly of thinking your time is infinite. The hourglass has been flipped. The sand is running. You may have 50 years ahead, or you may not see tomorrow. You cannot inscribe the life you delay on your tombstone. While breathing, while your veins still carry warm blood, attack that life. There's no compensation for lateness. If you don't want to walk this journey alone, if you want a seat at the minority table where masters, not beggars, sit, press that button now and become part of this Stoic community. We are not telling fairy tales, we are rebuilding minds. Until the next video, be Stoic and stay strong.